Hey guys, welcome back to Gardening with Creations by DX & Co. Today I thought I'd just show you a couple of quick updates on some of the projects we've been doing on the channel and show you guys how things are progressing, and stay tuned, I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so for starters, successes and failures happen and everything. You can see there that I've taken down the aquaponics system that I was growing. For starters, I couldn't get the bell siphon to work out in my favor, and until I can get back to the parts store, can't do much with that. And sorry, fish tank lights just shut off. They're on automatic timer. So with that, I'll probably start that back up. But I was getting a lot of root rot from just having the water cycle in, and I didn't have anything to take the water out long enough for the bell siphon would take the water out and drain it and then refill it. Pineapple tree, as you can see, is starting to die back on the outside a little bit, but growing nicely in the middle. I have it under here because I've got a clear bottom now in the fish tank, and this lights up, and would have been nice to show you, but I'll be putting that outside in the warmer days as soon as the temperature gets back up here in Michigan. Another project that we were working on, if you guys remember, is the propagating new snake plants. You can see these things are doing really well. I've been watering them with when I do water changes from the fish tank, and because this has this overflow here, it's got a constant supply of water, really, because this actually ends up overflowing most of the time of water every 2 weeks. So and I'm only doing a light watering, so those are doing really well. Repotted some things, the marigolds from the seeds, germinating some new jalapeno peppers there. These are the aquaponics that just kind of died out that I was working on. Lemon tree from this pod is growing really nicely, and some of you guys may remember we germinated some seeds with the paper towel method. I'll link it in the end of this video. There's one of the lemon seeds that are directly from that. I'm trying to get kind of sprouting like this, and then I'll replant it into its own pot. So I wanted to show you guys that, and success there. Tomato seedlings we transplanted are doing very well. So are the pepper seedlings. Haven't lost any of them since transplant. Also got a random pink lady apple in there. Made the seed pods, put them into a smaller. I just watered it. It's soaking up some water now. I water in between, and basically just water the tray so it'll soak up from the bottom, and helps the roots get a lot of soil. Cucumber plants that we transplanted are doing very well. There's some pepper plants back there. So, and our beefsteak tomatoes are huge, growing towards this little light here. I'd love to have it a little bit closer, but the arm's not strong enough, but it helps with the cucumber vines. And you can see my method for vining up cucumbers. I never really showed that in the original transplant video. Just some plastic knives with a little bit of loose string around it, supporting the vine. It's just a vine plant, it just needs a little bit of support, and so it's going to be, unfortunately, probably another 2 to maybe 4 weeks before I can put these guys in the ground, because I did start those a little early. This plant is usually under the lights. We just started this, as you guys remember. The celery doing fantastic. Looking forward to when I can peel back these layers and plant that in the ground and put that back where it belongs. Gets a lot of nice light from this here. This is supposed to be further back. Mess with that in a little bit after this. And on my windowsill here, this is east sun that it gets. I take these outside when I can. That's a pear tree doing very nicely. Apple trees died. I fail, guys, too. Apple tree transplants died, but I have a new one sprouting, so really interested in that. This apple tree actually wilted, lost all its leaves, but the stem is still alive, so really trying to bring that one back to life. I actually pruned all the leaves right off, because they were wilting and dying, so I might as well. This apple tree is doing great. I will give you guys a tip on what I've learned. These were in the greenhouse, took a lot of humidity on a 65-70 degree humid day, and therefore I think that's what caused these to wilt. So this particular pear tree, green pear trees doing okay, but the apple trees are not doing okay in this soil. So I think they got dried out before watering. It's my fault for not paying enough attention. The green apple tree is getting some browning on the leaves. I'm trying to keep it nice and moist, but that one's going to be tough. Another red pear tree that failed, but then I have a red pear tree that's doing excellent right next to it. So some of it is just about temperament, some of it is, you know, transplant shock possibly, some was humidity. So lessons learned on a couple of these guys, but I just wanted to show you that nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and for me it's about trial and error. And you know, this one was doing fantastic right alongside this. They were identical size. The humidity hit it and just killed that one, but yet this one survived. So just want to give you guys kind of an example of update on the projects that we were doing. Update on the flower bed. It's hard to see, it's getting dark out there and I got a dirty window. The sandhill crane came through and destroyed my entire flower bed, but you know what, the bulbs will come back next year, so that's okay. It likes the bird feeder. I have to move the bird feeder. So I'm not going to go out to the greenhouse to show those projects today, but I just want to give you guys a updated tour on my plants inside that's going on. And you know, pretty soon it looks like unfortunately I'm going to have to separate out these snake plants at some point. I might put them maybe in one pot each, because eventually they're going to end up like this, and we want them to be less root bound. So we'll see. Sorry about the mess. Kids play area as well as my gardening area. So there you have it, guys. As you can tell, that was just a quick update on some of the projects that I promised we would do updates on. And I just wanted to let you guys know how we're doing. And if you guys have any questions, comments about how you've had better success or things you would do differently, please go ahead and share them in the comments below. And as always, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe for more content to come, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. I hope you guys are staying safe, and as always, enjoying your gardens.